If you earn more than 12,000 euros a year, your taxes will change in 2026. Because Germany just announced the biggest tax adjustments in years. Some people will save thousands of euros, while others will quietly pay far more in taxes, maybe without even realizing it. So which group are you in? Will you end up as one of the winners or one of the losers? Keep watching and I'll show you exactly how much your taxes will change in 2026. So you know exactly how much you can save or lose. Let's start with the good news and the most important change. The basic tax-free amount, Grundfreibetrag in German, will rise in 2026. This is the amount the government considers the existential minimum you need to live, and therefore it is not taxed. And you basically win twice with this tax change because most employers update the payroll automatically and your net income will increase without doing anything. Hopefully this clears the myth that you pay 42% income tax here in Germany because you don't. Nobody does. Not you, not me, nobody. You will see in the salary table we have later in this video. Next up, the solidarity tax, Soli in German. Most people don't pay it anymore after the tax reform of 2021, but millions still do. Important, the Soli is based on your taxable income, not your gross salary. So lowering your taxable income without lowering your actual salary can help you avoid the Soli tax completely. And if saving taxes sounds interesting to you, you can book a free meeting with us right here. And after these 2 tax wins for everyone, there are also 2 additional wins in 2026 for specific groups. Many families think they only receive child benefit, Kindergeld, and that's it. But that's wrong. There's also the child allowance, Kinderfreibetrag, that may apply to you. This is a separate tax-free amount on top of the basic tax-free amount, specifically for parents. Finanzamt automatically checks when you file your taxes whether the monthly Kindergeld or the Kinderfreibetrag is better for you. The higher your income, the more likely it is that the allowance gives you a bigger advantage. And for investors, the savers allowance, Pendlerpauschale, applies, the only amount that stays the same in 2026. To secure these tax-free interest, dividends, all types of capital gains, you need a tax exemption order, Freistellungsauftrag. Without it, your bank will withhold capital gains tax even though you might not have to pay anything at all. And if you think you don't get any interest in Germany anyway, wrong. You can get up to 1.5% with regular bank accounts plus 200 euro opening bonus and well over 3% with high yield savings accounts. All you need are the calculators on our website, linked in the description. Now that we've covered how much money you can earn completely tax-free, let's see what happens once your income goes above those allowances. Generally speaking, everything above these limits is taxed, but not all at the same rate. And this is where many people misunderstand how German taxes actually work. One of the biggest myths in Germany is that you pay 42% income tax. No, you don't. Germany uses a progressive tax system, which means your tax rate increases the more you earn. So there are 2 numbers you need to understand. First, your marginal tax rate. This is the tax rate that applies only to the next euro you earn. Think of it as the tax rate at the top of your income. If your marginal tax rate is 30% and you get a 100 euro raise, you pay 30 euro in taxes on that specific raise, not on your entire income. And second, your average tax rate. This is the tax you pay on your total income. So if you make 50,000 a year and pay 5,000 euro in taxes, your average real tax rate is 10%. Even if your marginal tax rate is much higher. Here you can see the marginal tax rate in blue and the resulting average tax rate in purple. And you can also see that nobody pays 42% on their full income, because the top bracket applies only to the last portion of high incomes, not the entire salary. To make this super clear, let's look at the salary table for 2026. If you make 10,000 euro, your tax bill is zero because the first 12,000 euro are completely tax-free, if you remember what I said earlier. At 50,000, you pay a little over 20% in taxes, and at 90,000, just over 30%. Your average tax rate climbs slowly, but it never hits the top headline percentages you often hear about. So as you've just seen in the table, most people are winners in 2026. But some people win more than others, because the table is only half the truth. Let's look at real-life examples to see which group you belong to. Example 1. A single person with 55,000 euro taxable income, which is roughly the average German salary. In 2025, this person pays 162 euro more taxes than in 2026, simply because the basic tax-free amount increases. But there's also a second win, the new Pendlerpauschale, which increases the mileage allowance and gives commuters a higher tax deduction for every day they drive to work. So if this person commutes 25 kilometers, the higher mileage allowance gives them another 130 euro tax savings in 2026. In total, our average German wins 292 euros next year without doing anything. That might not sound like a fortune, but remember, this is a completely automatic benefit. Your employer adjusts your payroll and you simply take home more money every single month. Example 2, the Dink couple. Double income, no kids, with a combined 200,000 euro taxable income. In 2026, they save 597 euro compared to this year, almost 4 times as much as example 1, because high taxes allow high tax benefits. And they also get the higher Pendlerpauschale worth 148 euros each. So in total, this couple wins around 893 euros in 2026, the highest of all examples. Higher in euro, smaller in percentage terms. But lucky them, this is only the beginning. High earners have by far the most ways to reduce their taxes. They can invest in real estate or ETF pensions, which allows them to invest well over 60,000 euros tax deductible next year. And example 3, a family with 2 kids and 1 earner making 80,000 euro taxable income. This is a perfect example of how the German tax system treats families differently. The family benefits from the higher Grundfreibetrag, just like the other examples. The new Pendlerpauschale adds another 111 euro on top, but they don't get the Kinderfreibetrag. Why not? Because Kindergeld is more valuable for them. And lucky you, Finanzamt always checks which option is better for you, so you automatically get the higher benefit. Altogether, this family wins around 429 euro next year, which is way more in percentage terms than singles or couples without kids. And these are just the income tax changes. There are even more benefits coming in 2026 that we didn't cover here, like the lower VAT when visiting restaurants next year. So if you want to know all changes coming in 2026, watch this video next. And if you want to make sure you pay the least amount of taxes possible in 2026, book a free meeting with us right here. Thank you for watching this video until the very end und bis zum nächsten Mal.